welcome to Ashutosh Academy. Today, I welcome you to the new episode of limits. I'll be teaching you limits today. Let's see what are limits. Okay, suppose you have a function here which is f of x. Okay, and that function. Okay, and you can see that we need to find the limit value at point 0 of this function. So you will have two sides. One will be left hand side, another will be right hand side, and there will be 2 points, left hand point and right hand point. So what happens in limits is that you will consider some point h, okay, which is to lie here on x axis, and that h would be 0 plus something, this distance, that would be h. That is very less. You will consider h to be neglected as approximately to 0. It seems to be bigger, but it's not. Similarly, in the backward direction you will find 0 minus h, because something subtracting from 0 is this limit. So you exactly need to find out the limit at point 0. So you will see something further beyond 0 and something backward 0, and then exactly at 0. If all the three conditions are satisfied, then you will say that limit of the function exists. Like I'll make you more clear on this. The first step is that you check whether the limit exists or not. So you need to check that limit exists or not. So for limit to exist, there is a certain criteria, and that criteria says that limit at x tends to a negative of the function is equal to limit x tends to a positive of that function. This is showing the left hand limit because of negative symbol. This is just a subscript above a. It's not a negative sign. It's showing that the value which is just behind x is this value, and this is showing something beyond this range. Like when you see that there is a line here, a point is lying, this is the region which is showing that positive symbol, and this is the region which is showing the negative sign. So these are the two limits, and these two must be equal for that function, and it should also be equal to limit exactly at a for f of x. If these three are equal, means if these two are equal, then it will definitely imply that this should also be there. Then we say that limit exists. But how are you going to solve this problem? This is very important. How are you going to solve it? So solving this part is very easy. I'll let you know how you're going to solve it. Okay, how you're going to solve this problem is you'll take limit h tends to 0. Remember, whenever there's a negative symbol here, a negative, f of x, then you'll say that limit h tends to 0. You're considering this point in the negative direction. So you'll say limit h tends to 0, f of, okay, a minus h. Why a minus h? Because you need to just go beyond just a. Here the a is equal to 0. That is, if you consider a as 0, suppose a is equals to 0, then for left hand limit, that means you need to go just before a equals to 0. That point will be here. So you can see that this is exactly your a minus h, and this is exactly your a plus h. If a is 0, that point is 0. Okay, I'm considering that point to be 0. So that this is what happens here. This is to be written like this. And why h tends to 0? Because we don't want to go beyond a far distance. We have to consider only this smaller values. So we'll stay near to a. Okay, so that is why we write it like this. Next, what will happen for this side? Can you guess? Again, the limit will again be 0 for the function. This point will be considered. That will be a plus h. Okay, where h is small positive number. H is very small positive number. Okay, like you can see here, like there is a 0 here, there's a 1 here. H is moving always towards 0. Either it is moving from negative side or to the positive side. It will always be pointing towards 0. Okay, this is how you're gonna solve limits. Now it will become more clear if you see examples. Let's deal out with examples. I have few questions here. Let's start with this first question. It says evaluate the right hand limit and the left hand limit of for the function this. This is the function that they've shown here. Okay, there's a mod value in which it has x minus 4 value and then this limit. Okay, what does this question mean? How you solve it for? And now you'll have to figure out the limit at which point you need to find out. Obviously there's a discrepancy at a point 4, so you'll be finding out limit at the given point. So we'll find both the limits. First, right hand limit. What is right hand limit? Again I will tell you here. If this was the function and if this point was a, so this point will be a plus h and this point will be a minus h. So this will be a right hand limit side and this will be left hand limit side. Okay, so we'll be finding right hand limit. How you're going to calculate right hand limit is very easy. It says for right hand limit you'll write limit. First of all though, you'll write the question that says limit x tends to exactly 4 plus. Why positive symbol? Because it's a right hand limit. You need to calculate exactly at 4. What does that mean? There are 3 cases here. Either you'll consider this region and exactly at 4. All the 3 points you need to prove that. If all the 3 are equal, then definitely the limit exists. So first we are finding out this side. This side I'm taking. So this says 4 positive. So of what? Of the given function, whatever the function is written. So you'll be solving it like this. Limit. Again you'll take h tends to 0, f of a plus h. What is a here? A is 4 plus h. Okay. Now you're going to solve it. It's very simple. Put, like if f of x is this quantity at x not equal to 4, if x is exactly at 4, then you'll consider 0. But here x is not equal to 4. This is something just more, something more value than 4. Not exactly 4, but something more, 4.1, something beyond that. So you're going to use this formula here. So can you open the mod? Okay, let's solve it. Limit h tends to 0. Put this value in this function and you will find mod of 4 plus h. In place of x you'll put, because f of x is this, then x should be replaced by this everywhere. So you'll get this minus 4 mod value upon again the same quantity. So the question changes to limit h tends to 0 mod of h divided by h is equal to what? This will be what? Don't see the limit. If you're asked to divide these two quantities and it says that h is something related to 0, something going to 0 as in the positive direction, tending from this side, it is going from this side. Okay, if h is 0, something going from this side, it will be positive. So you'll consider this to be positive, and this is already near about to 0. So this whole quantity h divided by h, mod of this value will be h only here. This is important. Upon h, it comes out to be 1. Because h is approaching from the positive side, from right hand side, so it should be, its mod value should be positive, because it's a number which is greater than 0, not less than 0. So you'll get this value. Now we'll calculate the left hand limit. Okay, how you're going to calculate? Again, for left hand side you'll have 0 here for h. Okay, and this time you're going to proceed from this side. So let's write the formula first. Limit x tends to 4 minus of f of x, and that will be what? Limit h tends to 0 f of a minus h. This is the real formula. And now you're going to put this value in the given question. Again, it will be this only, because the function is not exactly at 4, it's less than 4. So you'll be writing this limit h tends to 0 mod 4 minus h minus 4, 4 minus h minus 4. So you're going to get this value mod of minus of h. Okay. Now it's a big question here, how are you going to solve it? Since h is a negative number, so negative into negative, that will become positive, and mod value of a positive quantity is always positive. So you're going to write it as positive h upon minus of h, limit h tends to 0. So h and h gets cancelled, you'll get exactly minus 1. These are the two answers that you're getting. Okay, now can you say left, you got right hand limit as 1 and left hand limit as minus 1. Since both the limits, left hand limit and right hand limit, are not equal, so you'll say that limit exactly at 4 for the function f of x does not exist. Okay, I hope it's clear to you. Watch my another example. Now we have another question here. F of x is this whole range. For this range, x is 0 to 1, then this function is valid, and for x greater than 1 to and between 2, then this function is valid. And you need to show that limit at exactly at x is equals to 1, f of x exists. So now you're asked to find out the limit at x is equals to 1. So you'll have to check at this quantity, and at this point. Every point should be checked. Then only you can say that the function value exists. So how are you going to solve it now? It says, again you'll take left hand limit, and that will say limit exactly at x tends to 1 minus of f of x, which should be again limit h tends to 0 f of a minus h. A is 1 here, minus of h, because left hand side minus. Okay, then it will become left limit h tends to 0. Okay, just what is the limit when x is less than 1? Then this function is followed. So you'll be putting the value of f of this quantity in this function. So it will be again f of 1 minus h. Oh, I'm so sorry, I've copied it again. So it should be limit h tends to 0 5 times 1 minus h minus 4. Now you need to put h is equals to 0 here directly. So you'll get this as 0, 5 minus 4 is 1. This is positive 1 we are getting. Let's calculate the right hand limit side. Okay, it will be limit x tends to 1 positive for the function, limit changing it to x tends to 0 f of a plus h. Okay, now for the quantity greater than x when x is greater than 1, x is greater than 1 less than 2, then this formula is valid. So you're going to use f of x to be this in this case. So you will write limit h tends to 0, replace this, put this value in place of x in this formula, in this function. You will get 4 times 1 plus h whole cube minus 3 into 1 plus h. And you can directly put h tends to 0 here, h is equals to 0. This and this quantity will be cut. We will be getting 4 minus 3, again it will be 1. Since we are getting left hand limit, right hand equals to left hand limit, therefore we can say that limit at exactly 1, not beyond 1 and less than 1, exactly 1 for the function f of x is coming out to be this value only. So it exists here in this question. See my another example. Watch my part 2 episode for the continuation of other examples. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, Ashutosh Academy.